Welcome back to the channel everybody, and we have another dashcam compilation for you. We start off with a classic vehicle. In this case it's a van. Now I have absolutely no idea on make or model. I'd say it's possibly a VW, but that is just a wild guess. It did though, however, sound quite good as it passed. Just listen to this. In this clip we have a 2-in-1. Now this is the junction with the A5 and the M69, and we're looking at the people carrier in front. You'll see that the traffic lights change with the exit slip road coming off the M69. And could that car in front have stopped? Yes, I think they had time to be fair. I'll fast forward now to the next observation because it's not that far away. Now we're looking at this car here. Now that lane they're in is to go round to the M69 southbound or back on yourself to the A5 northbound. The lane that I'm in is for the A5 southbound or the B4109 to Wolvie. Take a guess where they actually want to go. Howdy, in the wrong lane, surprise surprise. To those who guessed the A5 southbound, well done, but unfortunately you don't win a prize on this occasion. Now in this clip we have ourselves yet another classic car. Now as always I have absolutely no idea the make or model, but one thing's for certain, these classic cars certainly do have more character than the more modern cars which have appeared in more recent years. So answers on a postcard please on what the make and model is, or alternatively you could just leave me a comment down below. Much appreciated either way. Now, in this clip, I'm going to have a moan about the great British workforce. This is the B4109 and we are just leaving Burbage and heading down towards the A5 and M69 junction. As you can see, it has recently been resurfaced within the last couple of weeks, which was done during several nighttime closures. And to be fair, they have done a pretty good job of it. Beforehand, some parts of it was like driving on the moon. But this is where the praise stops. Because look further down here. Before the roundabout up ahead, a fair bit of it has still been left untouched and it is still quite rough to drive on. Now, you may have heard there how rough it is to drive on still. Now, I'm not sure if different authorities are responsible for different parts, but surely a bit of joined up thinking and communication and they could have done that bit here right up to the roundabout. The road on the roundabout itself isn't too bad, but that little bit there could do with some attention. In this clip I'm having another moan here, and this time it's about fly tipping. Ultimately it's us, the taxpayer, that ends up footing the bill for the clean-up, although in this case it is Rugby Borough Council taxpayers that will be footing the bill. As you can see, somebody has dumped a bed and some other bits and pieces. And yes, I did say what I think too. Ah, they're very disgusting tramps. In this clip, we're on the A5 northbound. And we're looking at a rodent that takes its chances and legs it across the road in front of me. Now I'm not sure if it's a mouse or a rat, but boy it was quick. Now I'll point the little fella out here, and I'll play the video in slow motion so you can see it. I am of course glad that he made it to the other side. Here I am just turning off of the A5 into the village of Witherley, which is near Atherstone. Now nothing happens here. I thought I would just show you all what a quaint little village this is. Now I was here for a purpose. On social media, in particularly Nuneaton Community Forum on Facebook, I've seen some photos of a poppy field that was on the other side of the village, and as such I thought I'd go and pay it a visit with the drone. I will leave a link to the drone footage of that poppy field at the end of this video for those that might be interested and would like to see it. Here, I'm on the A5 now, heading back home. As you know, I've just been to take some photos and some drone footage of the poppy field at Witherley near Atherstone. Now, this junction we're coming up to has been in the news a fair few times recently, especially on local social media like Nuneaton Community Forum, and they're saying it is a dangerous junction. Now, I don't know what other people's opinions are, and I'll be very interested to hear them. But this is just a bog standard T-junction. Yes, you're coming out of a side street onto a main road, but the principle is the same. You wait for a suitable gap and then you go. Obviously, if you pull out in front of somebody and they have to slow down or even stop, then you shouldn't really have pulled out. But a lot of people are saying this is a dangerous junction. For me personally, I think it's more to do with the drivers. I mean, as many of you know, we had lockdown back in 2020, and I think a lot of people's driving habits just skydived from there. I do think, however, a roundabout would be good here, but that would be to help traffic flow and to give everybody a fair chance to go round and continue on their way. Now, I do use this junction myself a fair few times. We do go to Dobby's Garden Centre in Manchester, and obviously going back to Hinckley, we do have to negotiate this road as well. Now, in this clip, we're on the B4109 again and we're heading out of Burbage, but this time we're looking at pedestrians. And in particular, it's this guy here in the orange high-vis. Now, as you can see, he's got an obstruction on the pavement. They have been doing road works, so I'm assuming he's a workman or something. But to me, and I can't tell otherwise, but it looks like he just walks out without even looking to what was coming the other way, which means I had to have gone out on the other side of the road to avoid him. Now, I know pedestrians have been given extra rights, especially in the highway code when it was redone a couple years ago, but I still believe that pedestrians should still take responsibility for themselves. Now, in this clip, we're out of Hinckley and we're in Leicester. This is the Narborough Road heading towards the city centre. Now, up ahead of us we have got a set of traffic lights and they are on red. But this doesn't stop Speedy Gonzales, which you're about to see in a second. Now, before anyone stops tapping away on the keyboard saying, oh, but you're in the right hand lane, I am actually turning right up at the traffic lights as well, so I was doing the correct procedure. Now here, having been into Leicester, we're making our way back home, and this is the M69, which of course is a principal motorway between Leicester and Coventry. But we're only going down a couple of junctions to Hinckley, and we're looking at everybody's favourite driver on the motorway, the middle lane hugger. In this case, it's this fella you can see on the right hand side in the blue car. Now, I am actually just doing under 70 miles an hour. I was doing about 68 at the time. Now, you can't see it on the dash cam, but you will have to take my word for it. Now, it is very tempting to undertake on the inside lane, but that is frowned upon. So I have to go around the outside of him, overtake as you would normally. Hopefully I thought he would have got the message, because a number of other cars had also overtook him, but he still just stayed where he was. I do pull back over to lane 1 once there is a suitable gap between me and that car as well. Now this is just an observation clip here. I'm just leaving our local Asda in Hinckley heading back home, and it looks like security has copped a shoplifter. Although once we passed I did glance in the rear view mirror and it did look like everything was in order and the gentleman was allowed to go on his way.
No, are they? I wasn't having pinned down.
Now in this clip I've got one for you classic car enthusiasts, because I know there's a fair few of you out there. This tidy little blue number here that you see that the arrow's pointing at, although it does look like the tyres are on steroids to be fair, but still a nice car all the same. Here we're back at the M69 and A5 junction again, and we all know what the lane discipline is here. This lane that I'm in is either to go straight down the A5 southbound or the B4 109 to Wolvie, while the right hand lane is either for the A5 northbound or for the M69 southbound. That black car that just roared up the right hand side of me, take a guess where he's going.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
But we're not finished with this junction yet, because just after that one we have another guy as well who doesn't like waiting in queues. That red BMW there that you can see that just cut in front of me, he was actually behind me. So why he's done that just to make one car space for, I really do not know. We have ourselves another Speedy Gonzales in this clip, overtaking on the chevrons as well. And there he goes, going like a bat out of hell. Now I'm going to fast forward the video here because we actually catch up with matey further up the road. Yep, I kid you not, that's him there, just pulled into McDonald's. I mean, all that effort just for a burger. Oh well, takes all sorts I suppose.
I absolutely love it.
Now in this clip, we've got ourselves a nice sporty looking little number. Now like I've always said before, I don't know anything about car makes or models, but if they look nice, they're going to get captured. But anyway, my passenger in the car suggests it could be a Lotus.
Lotus Exchange. Is that what it is, a Lotus?
Now in this clip we have ourselves a suicidal pigeon. Now we did actually come quite close to actually being hit by my car here. Now I'll play that video again in slow motion, and this time I've actually circled the pigeon and just watch. Now in this clip we have ourselves a motorcyclist. He's just overtaken me, and now he goes to overtake this truck here. Now personally I think he could have picked a better place to overtake this truck, especially as just around the corner the road does straighten out a fair bit. In this clip we have ourselves a cat. Now cats don't have the best road sense at the best of times, and they just dart out in front of you. Now I am on a residential street, so I'm not going quick anyway, but, and this is the message to everybody who drives, just be a bit more observant and careful. At the end of the day, this cat is somebody's beloved pet. You will in a minute see the cat dart out.
Fuck me.
Now I have two cats myself, you know, but we're quite lucky to live on a close, so we don't really have the traffic issue. But to be honest with you, our two cats spend most of the time indoors anyway. I'd go as far as to say they're probably the two most laziest cats in Hinckley, if I'm honest.
Body owns the things we buy. Designer handbags, purses, clothes and sunglasses.
And another one for you classic car enthusiasts. Now it's the usual routine, I don't have any idea on the make or model. So answers on a postcard please, or alternatively you could just leave me a message down in the comments there. I must admit though, I do like the alloys on this one. Now here, I've actually gone over the border into Warwickshire this time, and I'm in Shilton, and we have ourselves several horse riders out for a nice leisurely Sunday stroll. Of course I slow down and give them plenty of space like you should do. And the final one for this week, and it's another one for you classic car enthusiasts. Now, you know the routine by now, so I shan't repeat myself. I do, however, back off from the car in front a bit more so I can get a better view on the vehicle. Now, you've got to admit, it does look beautiful in the early morning summer sun, doesn't it? Now, before I go, just a quick question. As I've showed other people on the road, then it should only be fair that I show my driving too. So maybe I publish a full video where I drive from point A to point B, and you, the viewer, can rate how I drive. Now perhaps a video once a month, as most of my driving is between home and work, but I do make additional drives too. But it wouldn't be every video would be from Hinckley to Magna Park. I would mix it up a bit. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, in the meantime, that's all for now, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.